Hi, Kathy. I thought I'd come on for a few minutes. Auntie Cuckoo wanted me to, she said, go live. I said, I got to take a shower. Hi, Denise. So I thought I'd come on for a few minutes. I'm just sitting in the dark. Got the fan going. Hi, Robin. It is so hot. It's still 74 degrees here. Val, you better be in here since you wanted me to go live. So, how's everybody doing? What are you doing for the weekend? I mean, the weekend. Hello, Davita. For Sunday. I worked all day. Then I went to Walmart to get a few things. Ugh, there's nothing on the shelves hardly. I think everybody's probably sleeping because a lot of the people that come on, it's 3 hours difference, which it's 1:30 going on 2 o'clock. How's your daughter, Kathy? How are you doing? Oh, you're gonna make an explosion box? Do you have a? Yeah. Excuse me. Do you do it on your Cricut or do you do it just by hand? Oh, you made lasagna for Autumn's daddy. Oh. That's sweet, Kathy. You were just going to bed? Okay. Okay, Robin, you go to sleep. But real quick before you go to sleep, how do you do your explosion box? Do you make it on a Cricut or just by hand? Do you cut it out? And then you can go to sleep. You do it by hand with chipboard. Yeah, I'm sure she does, Kathy. Night, Robin. Well, yeah, I mean, it's only been a few days. I mean, it's warm and slightly muggy here. I have ceiling fan on and the floor fan. I know I have my floor fan on. That's probably, you probably hear it, but I gotta have it on. It is so doggone hot. Thank God it's not muggy, but the fires in Laguna by Laguna Beach, they're pretty bad. I used to work in Laguna Niguel. I know, Kathy, and I can't help it. Ugh, dang it, because sometimes when I start, I can't stop, and I hate that. Oh, you cover it in fabric? That's cool. Whoever else is watching, hello. You have rain? Really? But is it a hot rain or is it a cold rain? Val, are you in here? Missy, if you are, get in here. I gotta go get a prescription tomorrow. And then I'll meet the kids at 2 o'clock at Wood Ranch. I haven't seen Jeremy in about 2.5 months. It's driving me nuts. Your granddaughter is graduating with her master's. Oh, congratulations from Yale. Wonderful. That's cool. Are you going to be getting to your daughters pretty quick, Robin? Is it getting closer? You know what I've been watching? You know what I watched last night? I don't know how I get into these things. All of a sudden, it came up in my feed about Ricky Nelson. And I'm trying to think what I had watched that would bring that up. She earned a free ride to Yale? Holy moly! Yeah, I'd be proud of her too. Wow, that's great. Anyway, so I watched oh, I know what it was from. It's when I watched that, I just thought of this. It's when I watched that, uh, remember I told you about that movie with that, Ashley? Not Ashley, Winona and Naomi? That's why. Well, anyway, I didn't realize, you guys. Now, some of you are probably too young to even remember Ozzie and Harriet, okay? I didn't realize Ricky really kind of bucked the system with Ozzie. He didn't like doing a lot of the, he thought it was stupid, some of the stuff that they had to do on the show. And his dad always wanted him to cut his hair because he said it was too long. And when Chris and him were married, she apparently got pregnant before they were married. Not too long before, but before. So they made them say that the baby was premature, so the fans wouldn't think anything. I mean, just some of the stuff that came out I had never heard of. So anyway, from that, I went on to watch an interview with Ricky's son, Gunnar, the two twins, Matthew and Gunnar. And he's a real likable guy, really down to earth, very nice guy. I really enjoyed listening to him. And he didn't have a whole lot of nice things to say about his mother. But he was very close to his dad. But not a whole lot nice to say about his mom, which kind of shocked me. But I think he's 54 now. That's so hard to believe, isn't it? So now I'm listening all about Ricky. She's an oncologist. She's going to be she's going to be an oncologist. Wow. That's really something, Robin. Are the bubbles making you sleepy? Valerie, are you lurking? I think Kubi's probably asleep. But now she shouldn't be, because I think her and I always get confused with Arizona. Cindy? You mean Cinderella? Do you mean, Denise? um, yeah, but she should still be up. Is my time Arizona time? Or is Arizona... Well, you just keep watching that, Robin, and you let it put you to sleep. I thought it would be more relaxing just turning the everything off so it's just showing the bubbles. But I have to get my video out. I made those lemon pies, those faux lemon pies. Wasn't that funny, Denise? And I think they're oblivious to it. I doubt very seriously they even saw any of it. But I couldn't resist. It wouldn't be me if I wasn't joking around like that. But I have to get a video up, so I probably won't get that up until I get home. And then I want to watch the memorial for Naomi. And then Tuesday I have not online, phone doctor's appointment. It's just to refill my prescription. I am not going to go all the way down. Well, actually, she's very close to, well, she's in Laguna Niguel where the fires are. So I'm not going to be driving down there. Oh, okay, Robin. Yeah, they turned out good. But I show you what the air dry clay did. Oh, what a joke. I will never use air dry clay for that ever again. I usually use plaster of Paris, but I wanted to try something different to show you guys, you know, a different way. Huh. It cracked. Oh my gosh, it was awful. So I used another clay and that worked out really good. But anyway, so I'm going to do a little series on lemon and honey bee themed food. Hi, Tracy. Hi, One-Eyed Blind Arts. How are you? Hi, Aunt She. Hi, Muppets. Oh my gosh, Muppets. Everything that you sent, adorable. Absolutely adorable. Thank you again. You're recouping? You like the bee theme? Oh, that's good. Wait till you see my wreath. Well, it's not a whole lot different than what I did, but a little bit different. Oh yeah, Muppets, it really, I mean, such cute stuff. Thank you so much. That's so sweet of you to think of me. You'll see it, trust me, I'll be doing a home tour. Just showing the stuff that I do, you know, with the lemon. Sorry, guys, I'm so sorry. And you know, I was thinking tonight, you know me, my mind always goes way ahead. Because when you're anyone that's a influencer or, you know, a YouTube channel that does DIYs and all, they'll understand it. People that don't, they think you're completely nuts. And, well, maybe I am. But you always have to think ahead. I almost feel like a department store because, oh my gosh, thinking of that, I digress. Hold on. You aren't going to believe this, guys. But in the back room of Hobby Lobby, you know what I'm going to say. Guess what's there already? You know what I'm going to say. Go ahead. Take a guess. Take a guess. What's there? While you're guessing, okay, I'll go back to, I feel like that because you have to get these things out. You can't wait, you know, until it's just about time for the next holiday. And I'm thinking, man, before you know it, I'm going to be doing fall. Yep, Christmas and fall. Christmas and fall, my feathered friends. Fall I knew, I couldn't believe Christmas. We already have Christmas material out. Can you believe that? Almost 90 degrees here today. No, Tracy, Hobby Lobby doesn't do Halloween anymore. They haven't done Halloween for 2 years. They used to. And when they did, it wasn't a whole lot. But now they don't do anything. They don't do any fabric. They don't do any little tchotchkes, decorations. Nothing. You're still wide awake, huh? One-eyed blind? Yep. Christmas and fall. Yeah, can you believe that? I about fainted when I went back there and saw that. I couldn't believe it. But yep, they sure do have fall in there quite a bit. So fall will be going up. Well, let's see. All of spring right now is 50% off. It started 50% off this week. And then 4th of July will probably go 50% off in a couple weeks. And then I'm sorry, not 50% off. Of 4th of July will go 40% off. Once that goes 40% off, mid-June, we'll start putting fall out. Yep. The old fall season in June. Jeez. But yeah, so I was thinking, man, before you know it, I'll be doing that. You spend Christmas and what my temperature is now. I would love to have a white Christmas. I really would. I would love to have a white Christmas. My temperature right now, well, today it was, I believe it was 88, 89. But I would love to have cold weather. That would be wonderful. 61? Your high was 82? But do you get real hot? Robin, where are you again? That's the only time you want snow, Kathy? I really would like some snow. I like to have cool weather. You're in Kentucky. Oh my gosh, you guys, did you hear about that shooting in Buffalo, New York? How sad. I haven't watched anything on it yet tonight. I just know that people were shot. Does anybody know what happened or who did? Oh, you're in Australia. Okay, Tracy. Gotcha. Are there certain parts of Australia, though, that are colder than others? For instance, up north, California, but up north, San Francisco, up in that area, it's cooler for the most part than Southern California. Is there places like that in Australia? I'm just wondering if it was a vendetta that the person had with employees or if it was just someone that went in randomly. Hi, farm wife. What? The guy live streamed the whole thing? The guy that did the shooting? What a sick freak. Oh my heavens. He shot 13 and 10 died? Oh. With us, it's down south or east coast of Australia. Streamed on Twitch, I heard. Oh my gosh. How old was he? It happened in Buffalo, New York, Robin. Oh my gosh. That's awful. I'm very curious to know if it was an employee or someone that was mad at an employee. He was young. Ugh. What would possess somebody to do that? 18? Yes, at a grocery store, Robin. Now look, Robin was all ready to go to sleep, and now she's awake. Oh my gosh, that is sick. But they haven't said why yet? What possessed him to do this, other than evil? You know, that's what's so, you guys, honestly, and I told my boss, and I mean it, the fabric department, there's an exit right behind, well, it's in our department, but the door's, right there. And I told her, I said, if anyone ever came in and there was word that some idiot was in the store, because you just don't know. You don't know anymore, when someone's going to fly off. I said, I will be through that exit door so fast you won't know what hit anybody. Well, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know what's happening anymore. Sickening. You just go to work thinking, or you go to the store thinking you're going to get, food. Or if you're working there, well, you're going to a day's work. You just never know. You never know from one day to the next what the next day is going to hold. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with people anymore. Are you guys going to barbecue, the ones that are having warm weather, tomorrow? That's right, Kathy. That's the way you got to keep looking at it. We're just visiting, going through. Yeah, when I get off here, I'm going to go back on, well, I'm sure it's on YouTube on the news stations, right? That happened, you know what? That happened, well, this was years ago. But remember when that happened in Arizona and that one, was she a congresswoman? And her husband was in, he was an astronaut. I remember she survived, but she had been hurt really bad. And then another one happened in Colorado. Hi, Sharon Casey. Huh. Hey, Tammy. Yeah, Gabby. That's right, Gabby. How were the Thunderbirds, Tammy? Did Ethan love it? You really have to be aware of your surroundings, Denise. You have to be aware all the time. And you know what I do when I open my hatch to put my groceries in? You guys might do this already, but I always put my purse in. The very first thing I do is put my purse into the hatch and not leave it in the grocery cart. And then I put all my groceries in, and then I take it back out when I get in to start driving off. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I love them. They're really good. They're so in sync with one another with their planes. It's crazy how close they can get. Do you do that too, Denise? Yep, I always do that. I remember this was during Christmas last year, and this guy, I went to the store, and it was at nighttime. It was after work, and it was like 10 o'clock at night. And I was in my car, and I was looking at something on my phone. And all of a sudden, this guy comes up to my window, scared the crap out of me. And he goes, "Hey, do you have any money?" And I said, "Get out of here." I was so mad. And then afterwards, it's always the afterthought with me. It's like, he could have had a gun. But at the time, I didn't think it. I was so mad the way he scared me. You know when someone scares you and you get mad? I said, "No, I don't have any money." I said, "Get out of here." God, I was so mad. You always have one adult children with me when you shop. Well, that's good. Yeah, you really always should do that. And you know what? I used to carry a whistle with me all the time because when I worked at the school, I had one of the whistles, because when the kids are out in the playground, and those things are shrill. I mean, I remember when I used to have to blow that thing, I would cover my ears because it would be really, really loud. And I used to always carry, and I gave both my girls one to carry. And I said, if it starts to come at you, I said, you blow that thing until there's no tomorrow. Because it's very shrill. Oh my gosh. I couldn't believe it. I mean, to come up to someone's window like that, I'm talking 10:30 at night. And I think he was half looped, but God, it scared the crap out of me. Another thing you can do too, always remember if you think you're in any trouble, walking your car or something, if it's night, or even in the daytime for that matter, is just turn on your, hit your panic button on your car. Anything to, make people look. Yeah, get a whistle, put it on your keychain, and always walk out with your keys. Don't keep them in your purse. Walk out with them. Because see, it would be my luck if I left them in the purse. I'd be trying to find them, and at that point, I'd be dead. Because I'd be trying to find this keys. Because my keys always go to the bottom of my purse. That's what I always thought too, Denise. It would be my luck I'd end up spraying my own eyes. Somebody told me once that you could use, I don't know where you'd get a small can of it, but they were talking about wasp spray. And I guess it has, I don't know, I've never used it, but does it have a long, the skinny little tubey type thing that when you spray it, it goes directly into something? I think that's what I heard. And then if they start coming at you, you spray it in their eyes. Probably blind them. But I'll tell you what, once you have been either, someone's come at you or, tried, or, like when they tried to break into my house, you don't think twice about what you would do. You know what I'm saying? Because it just, well, first of all, it just ticked me off so bad. The thought that he, wanted to get in here and, no doubt kill me and take what, he could get because he was on drugs. It's going to be you or them, and you got to be prepared for it. Poor Robin. God bless her. She was going to go to bed. Now she has to go get a drink. Yep, I waited for that guy. I was so mad. I mean, I knew he probably wouldn't try to come back because he couldn't get in, but man, I was mad. Because after all the dust settles, and everything, you start to think, you know what? He has real cojones to be thinking he's going to get into my house. I mean, and I was up. It wasn't like the house was dark and nobody was there. He could see me. Idiot. And another thing I don't do is I never answer my door. If I don't know that someone is coming over, I never answer my door. And I just let my dogs bark and bark and bark. Because when the forensics came, when they did all the fingerprinting, you guys, you would not have believed. It was freaky. When she put that dust onto the windows, you would not have believed how many of his handprints were on each of the windows trying to pop the window open. It was that part was eerie. I remember thinking, ooh. Well, anyway, this is before we had dogs, so I asked her, I said, what would you say is the best deterrent for someone breaking in? And she said, the very best is a dog. And she said, and, the barking, because they don't want to bring, they don't want to bring awareness to themselves. You know what I'm saying? And at the time when he tried to break in, I just had a cat. But even she started looking, she looked spooked. You know how cats will get spooked? And she got spooked and she started looking around. And I remember saying, Mocha, it's probably the raccoons. What an idiot I am. It's probably the raccoons. And here's this guy trying to get into the house. Hi, Nicole. Muppets, I'm telling you, get that window fixed. I'm serious. He tried every window, Muppets, to get in. Every one of my screens were off. And then the one that he tried to get off too, the one where I thought it was a raccoon, where I sit when I'm watching TV, there's a window right behind the chair, right? He was trying to get into that window. Now, keep in mind, he could see me because my whole back area is nothing but windows. So he could see me perfectly. It's not like he couldn't see me. And the forensic girl, she was so good. She said, and I always kept my screen door open in the summer, because I'm thinking, oh, we're safe up here, Yeah, right. And so I always kept the screen door open. And for whatever reason that night, I thought, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and shut it in case I fall asleep, because I was going to watch the Olympics. And I thought, I'll just shut it in case I fall asleep. Had I left it open, I wouldn't be talking to you right now. Because she told me, she goes, he saw you, she said, and I would have been coming into a much different situation. And when they found him, it was his second felony. You're watching This Is Us. Don't ever buy a secondhand crock pot. Hi, little lady. Oh, yeah, you like that. I've never watched it. Yeah, it was scary. You have the pistol close to the door, yeah. Y'all have to watch it. Oh, it's an emotional show. I had someone break in my house. I came home and one of the doors was kicked in. Oh, it was an old door. They were gone, thankfully. Did they ransack your house? Well, I don't blame you, farm wife. Well, Nicole, if your windows are bad, make sure you have, you can get dowels and cut them to size and put them in down in the bottom by your window if you have slide windows. Oh, you've only used them for the varmints, huh? Oh, good. They didn't get anything. You have camera in you have them everywhere? Cool. They're outside, inside, backyard. Yes, I need to get dowels. Yes, that's what I would do, is put the dowels in there. I mean, because then if you had to if you had to open your window to get out for whatever reason, fire or whatever, you could do it. You know what I'm saying? Because like if you have the bars up, because where I used to live, this is years ago, it was getting to be pretty rough. And people were putting, the bars up. Well, that's great. But if you have to get out real quick for whatever reason, then you're kind of stuck if you can't have a way out. Ooh, that's cool. A doorbell camera. I was looking at something on YouTube, and it's a camera, and it's a light bulb, that you put in, you know, for your front door, back door, whatever. But the thing is, I mean, it doesn't look like just a normal light bulb, okay? I mean, you can tell that it's some kind of camera. Well, all somebody would have to do is come and unscrew it, you know, either smash it or take it home, I guess, to use in their their front door. I thought, well, I don't get that. It's very violated. You feel very, very violated. And that's what made me mad after all was said and done. After the shock of it, then I got mad. You have a doorbell cam too? So what do? Do you just take off your doorbell and put this one on? Or do you have to set it up with your phone? Well, see, this guy that tried to get in, she said that what he did is he hopped the fence in the backyard. And then after he couldn't get into mine, he hopped the fence and went to a couple houses behind me. And one of the people left their sliding glass door unlocked. He started to open the door, and the husband heard something, went downstairs. Now, because remember, mine happened around 10:30 at night. This happened, she was telling me, because she had to go over there too after. And theirs happened around 11:30. So he had tried to hit another house before that. Can you imagine? I mean, yeah. Anyway, so the guy heard him, heard someone trying to open the door, and he ran after him. Didn't catch him, but ran after him. And because of the fingerprints they got from the windows, they were able to run him and found out that he had already had a prior felony. So if he has one more, you know, then he's, well, I don't know anymore if he would be, but it used to be that, you know, 3 strikes and you're out, and he'd be, you know, bye-bye. The picture would have already been taken, sent to your phone before they could take it. Oh, okay. So you can see who it was. Gotcha. I don't have a doorbell. Nicole Rivers, okay, thank you. I was looking at them a while back. I was looking at the wireless. So they're pretty expensive. Do you guys just let people knock and don't answer it? I never, ever answer it. Ever. I mean, unless I know someone's coming over. Ours is inexpensive. One called Kangaroo. You connect to your Wi-Fi download. Stick door, then plug the bell inside the door. Oh, okay. Sometimes I feel safe with my dog, but she's very unpredictable. Sometimes she barks when someone is at the door, but most of the time she has no reaction. Mine will bark even if I'm the one that made a noise. You know, I could be knocking it, you know, doing something, making, you know, like a knock sound, and they'll start, and then I have to go, it's me, it's not anybody. Yeah, same here. I don't answer the phone. If I don't recognize the phone number, I don't pick up. But half the time, all of them are scams anyway. The one you got was under $30 and no monthly fee? That's great. Where did you get it, Farm Wife? Well, Johnny Depp should be back on Monday, right? Is he taking the stand again? Is old Dingbat done? They should be wrapping this thing up pretty soon, shouldn't they? Seems like it's gone on forever. Yes, I went to my neighbor's house once to take their garbage to the road, and Libby was outside in our yard. She saw me in neighbor's yard and barked at me. Libby, it's me. It's your mother. Her sister's gonna take the stand? Oh, this should be interesting. You use Blink from Amazon. We have 3 outdoor cams and 4 indoor, and a doorbell cam, all on the same network. We got it from that fancy we got it from that fancy store called Walmart. Well, I was just in that fancy store today. You guys, I cannot believe how much product they don't have. The shelves are so picked over, it's crazy. Hi, Aurora, how you doing? Libby. I like that name, Libby. My earphones died. I dropped iPad. I can't hear without earbuds. Oh, sorry, Kathy, but I know you can't hear me, but sorry. So they got more of them coming up against old Johnny. I just wonder what's going to happen with that. You know? I just really think it should just be a wash. You put different ones. Oh, okay. You put different ones in your ears. Liberty. Oh, how cute. She probably thinks the song is about her. Liberty, liberty, liberty. That's cute. Where do I watch the trial? It just comes on my news feed. I mean, my YouTube news feed. I just put in Johnny Depp. I really don't know. It's some kind of court TV. Well, yeah, she probably thinks she's famous and people have a song about her on TV. Muppets. What kind of dog is she? People were buying a lot of fabric today. Oh, she's a lab. Oh, I love labs. They're so sweet. Labs are such sweet dogs. Can't wait until Monday. So happy. I am off work that day, driving hubby to the city for doctor appointment. He will be thrilled when he finds out that is what we will be listening to. He's probably thinking, I don't want to listen to this. Oh, yeah, they do, Robin. They do. They do live trials. Now that she's on the stand, Johnny just does his artwork. Yeah, labs are so sweet. Everly has her play in, not this week, but next Monday and Tuesday. So she's been rehearsing 3 days a week. Man, they do long rehearsals. I don't know how kids can do it. And my daughter does the choreography for it. It's crazy. Yeah, just look on YouTube and just put in the search in YouTube, put Johnny Depp trial. And I like his hair in a ponytail so much better. I do not dig the color he's got his hair. I don't know what he was thinking, but it looks a lot better back in a ponytail. Now, of course, I loved him when he had his dreads, when he was Jack Sparrow. Yes, I have seen that commercial, Muppets, where he's waiting for the ice cream truck. Ugh, I don't either. Maybe they did tell him to pull it back. I know, isn't it, Denise? I don't know. What it looks like is he tried to bleach it. And you know how when you have dark hair and you try to bleach it and it gets kind of orange if they don't put like toners in it? That's what it looked like to me. I thought he was so cute in Pirates. Sully. Oh. Oh, he was obedience trained in prison by an inmate. We went to the prison and picked him up and we adopted him. Oh. So what? They just train dogs in there? Farm wife? Who, Johnny? She says he was being abusive. And isn't she, what exactly, I mean, what is the lingo of what she's suing him for again? Well, each other, they're both for defamation. Are they both trying to sue each other for defamation, or what is it again? Have any of you seen the TikTok yet where she's saying about the dog stepped on the bee and the people imitate her? I'm telling you, some of them are hysterical. Oh, I'm telling, it cracks me up how some of them will rhyme that and make those faces. Yes, that's true, Denise. Like sun in. Oh, that's cool. So was he well trained? Gives him something to do. My daughter is a correctional nurse. Okay, and worked there and saw him and knew he would be a good dog for us. Oh, how cool. That's really cool. Have you guys been watching any good movies? I bet you that inmate hated the dog to leave. I bet they get attached to him. Oh, that's great. Total housebroken. That's great. So, what are you guys doing tomorrow? I got to start walking. I have to. That's it. Hey, why was the flag half mast today? When I went to work early in the morning, it was like that, and I thought, what happened today? Am I missing something? They keep a diary about training that you receive. Oh, I know. I need two Muppets. I really do. You don't know, Kathy? Start. Oh, good. You'll start 1883 if you say you'll watch This Is Us. Oh, yes, I will. I will watch This Is Us someday. You've got to watch 1883. Lemon Go Lightly. I used to use Sun In because my hair's been every color under the sun. I mean, every color. And colors, when colors weren't real popular, I'm talking back in the 70s, late 60s, early 70s. I remember my science teacher, Mr. Weiss, I'll never forget him. And he would always just kind of look at me. How you doing today, Davida? I'm fine. And I'd come in with all these colors in my hair. Oh my gosh. And then I used to roll my skirts up because they were too long. And I don't know if you guys had this, but you'd get called in the office and have to get on your knees, and if the skirt didn't go to the ground. Oh my gosh. I think back on all that. Yeah, I did lemon juice too. I also did that. Hi, Kathy from Texas. How are you, sweetie? I don't know, Kathy. When I went to work, I saw the flags like that, and I thought, what the heck happened? Hi, Element. I remember I used to put lemon in my hair and I'd use baby oil. And if I didn't have if, if I didn't have baby oil, I'd use vegetable oil to tan. And then I would mix my baby oil with iodine. And we used to get the cocoa butter. Remember the little bars of cocoa butter, and they smelled just like chocolate, and you wanted to eat it. I even tried it once. It was awful. Used to use that. What else did I do? Yeah, I did, Kathy. I'd put it into the baby oil. How you doing, Element? Yeah, I look back and I think sometimes the things that we did. Oh my gosh. I remember a couple times instead of taking the bus, we thought we'd be real smart and uh, take the bus a little bit halfway down and then walk the rest of the way to the beach. Stupid. Ugh. I remember one time I cut class. And so three of us left and we were going to go to the beach. And we had planned the whole thing. Our bathing suits were underneath, our school clothes. And we were going to leave right after homeroom. And so we did. And we got down to Long Beach Boulevard. And we were waiting for the bus. All of a sudden, we see the truant officers drive up. And we were right in front of an apartment building. So we all start to walk into the apartment building thinking that they think that we live there. I remember they stopped, ladies. Where are you going? Oh, we're just going home. Oh, all three of you live there. How stupid of us. So we get in the car, got to go back to school. All got suspended. No, I cut class more than one time. I was awful. Oh, is that what it was? Okay, Kathy. Because I was wondering, I thought, I didn't hear anything about anything happening, so I couldn't think. I thought, well, I don't know what I thought because I was trying to think about what it could have been. So that's what it was. Okay. Don't know if I told this story before, but I tried cutting class once. Principal saw us crossing the street to a burger place. He came there. We had hid in the bathroom. He knocked on the bathroom door. Busted. I had my own chair, and well, I mean, it really wasn't my chair, but it was the chair I always had to go to sit in. Tasty Freeze. I remember one time my son came home. All four of the other kids, they did very well in school. Jeremy did well when he wanted to, but he didn't like school. And I understood, I mean, I would never tell them this when they were young, but I understood it because I didn't either. And now he makes a very good living. I mean, I told him, I said, you are very blessed. I mean, because he didn't go to college. He did graduate, but he didn't go to college. And he makes a very good living. Well, this one time he came home, and I was a pretty strict parent, and because I knew all the tricks of the trade, right? And so he came home and he had, I don't know if you remember, but you remember when, I think it was Vanilla Ice. Remember where they would shave, okay, they had longer hair, not long hair, but, and then they would shave initials into the back. I don't know if you guys remember that. Well, anyway, he knew I was going to blow it, okay? So he came home that night and he had his baseball hat on backwards. And my daughter, Tanya, said, "Go ahead, show her, Jeremy." And he goes, "Shut up." And she goes, show her what you did." I go, "What'd you do, Jeremy?" "Nothing." I go, "Why are you wearing your hat like that?" "I'm just wearing it like that." Tanya goes, "Take it off." And so he was mad, when she said that. So he took it off, and lo and behold, there are his initials right in the back of his head. And I said, "Okay." I said, "That's cool." I said, before you go to school tomorrow, I said, "I'm going to take you to Fantastic Sam's." "What?" I said, "And I'm going to have him shave it. All of it." So the next morning we get up. He didn't think I was going to do it. Go to Fantastic Sam's. He was late for school, obviously. They shave it. So he goes, "I'm not going into school." And I go, "Yeah, you are." I said, "Because I'm going to sit right here until I see you go through the gate." And by this point, those gates locked. They didn't, you couldn't get out like we used to be able to. He was so mad at me. But I was strict. You felt guilty cutting class, Kathy? You're so sweet. And Muppets too, look at her. And you didn't get suspended, but you felt terrible, huh, Muppets? Your sister wouldn't even go on skip day. Now that's the way Daisha, my youngest one, she always used to say to me, "Mom, do you think we would have been friends in high school?" I always laughed because she was so different than me, thank God. She was very studious, and she was like that. She would never do anything to cause any waves. I mean, if she had to miss school, as a matter of fact, I would say to her sometimes, "You want to go to the movies?" And she'd say, "Mom, I have school." I go, "Well, you go to school all the time. Let's just go to the movies." She goes, "I can't." She would feel so guilty if she would have done that. I mean, thank God. I mean, she was that way, but we laugh about that now. You hadn't gotten in trouble before. My friends that were with me were always in trouble. You didn't cut class. You felt guilty, was sick, and didn't go. I did skip, but we got bored after hours and went to school. Really? You got bored, Elaman? It probably was your first and last offense, Muppets. Oh my gosh, you guys, the things I did. Oh, God. Oh my gosh. That was crazy. Crazy times. But I did not like school. I did not. I was the one always daydreaming. And I always used to do things on purpose, like in Mr. West's class, that was my homeroom class. Isn't it funny how you remember certain things? So I remember, I don't know what, he had us doing something. And I kept looking up at the ceiling and kind of making faces like, very inquisitive, like, what the heck? And I wanted to see how many people would look up if I kept doing it. So everyone starts looking up. I would always do things like that. And that's why I would get sent to the office. So as I was going to the office, I'd always peek into the doors that I knew some of my friends were in, and just wave at them. And the teachers, they'd get so used to it. Keep on walking, Davita. And I really didn't care for it. It was fun though. I mean, I would never tell my kids that at the time. You spent a few times in the cube? Oh, detention center. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I was in those. Denise, I really did. I was always looking out the window thinking where I wanted to be anywhere but there. Oh, your mom would get mad. Okay, Robin. Good night, hon. Yep, I'd be in detention. And a lot of times, too, it was just for talking. I remember one time Mr. West said to me, he goes, Davita, can I make a deal with you? And I go, sure. And he goes, if you stay quiet until the end of class, the last 5 minutes of class, and I let you come up and you can talk as much as you want. Well, I think what he was doing is he thought I would be too shy to get up and do that, right? And I said, okay. So I stayed quiet and he goes, all right, you can get up here if you want now. And I think he thought I wouldn't, but I did. Those poor teachers, what they went through with me. I mean, I wasn't the type that was talk bad to them or disrespectful to them. And sometimes I would almost see them kind of smirk, I wasn't that type, where I was, a snot to them. My kids love the Breakfast Club. The moat is what teacher called it. Basically, your desk was drug in. Oh, yes, I had that too, where I'd have to go sit out in outside of the classroom. Yeah, I did that. You went to a Catholic girls' school? Oh, yeah, I bet, Kathy. You wouldn't do nothing wrong. My mother went too. I remember her saying that the nuns, she went to a Catholic school, and she said that the nuns would slap their hands they'd tell them to turn their hands over and slap them with rollers. I wonder what that was for, why they would slap your hands. What's that all about? I remember corporal punishment was still in school when my 3 oldest were in school. And you would have to sign the permission slip. I go, you're nuts. I'm not going to sign a permission slip saying they could have corporal punishment. If any punishment is going to come from me, not you. Do you guys remember that? Oh, I chewed gum. I got real good at it, though. You know what you do is you just put it on the roof of your mouth and you just leave it there. But I did get in trouble a lot for talking. I just had a feeling, Kathy, you just are so sweet. I didn't think you'd get in trouble. Oh, you were good at holding the gum too? Yeah. Yes, I remember the wooden paddle. I never got the paddle, but I do remember it. I remember I got suspended a couple times for fighting, and I wasn't by any stretch a bully ever, because I was bullied unmercifully in elementary school. And that's why I got to the point I thought, you know what? You better start doing something, chick, because if you don't, they're going to keep on. And so I never started a fight. But if somebody would come at me, I wouldn't put up with it anymore. So I got suspended a couple times for that. That's when I got sent to continuation school. Yep. My kids used to call me when they got older, and I would talk to them about how I was in school and stuff. Um, they called me the one on Grease, not Sandy, not by a long stretch. Um, Rizzo. They used to call me Rizzo. But with my kids, like I said, I was very strict, and they knew they better not do stuff where I had to get involved. And the only time, and none of them did, the only one that ever, where I was called, was Jeremy. And it was because someone said something and about me, well, not about me personally, but they'd say yo mama, and he let him have it. And then this other kid said something to him and kept on, and he tried to walk away, and he kept going on and on. So finally Jeremy just let him have it. So I ended up working for the principal that was the principal of my kids. I ended up working at the school where he was for 5 years. So, I got along with him really well. But he said to Vita, he goes, I'm going to have to, go ahead and send him home because, and he told me, he said the guy kept at him. And I said, you can send him home. I said, but he's not going to be punished. I said, first of all, if he didn't start it and he tried to walk away and the guy kept at him and he finally had enough, I said, I know what it's like to be bullied. I know what it's like. Okay. I said, I'm just telling you now, he's not going to be punished for it. And he wasn't. Now, if he was the bully, that would have been a different story, because I always told my kids when, growing up, you're always for the underdog. You never make fun of somebody, maybe that, has a learning, slower or whatever. Never. If I ever hear that, I'm going to deal with you. I said, you always be for, if someone's saying something to someone, making fun of them, you come to their defense. And my kids all were like that. They were very good about that. And they still are. So, I knew what they were like. And he didn't get in trouble for it. And all my kids, like I said, Jeremy, he didn't go to college, but the other 4 did. Josh graduated magna cum laude, and he passed the bar the first time at UCLA, which is very rare. Usually you have to take the bar at least twice is the norm. My daughter graduated, Daisha graduated magna cum laude, I mean, Jason, he went to San Diego State. He did very well for himself. Tanya, they all did very, very well. But you know what? School isn't for everyone. I mean, I'm not saying kids shouldn't go to school. I don't mean that at all. But the other ones, I mean, Daisha loves school. That chick loves school. I mean, loved. Loved, loved, loved. Tanya liked school. Jason liked school. Josh, he was very studious, and he was in sports and everything, which I'm very thankful for. Yep, so they all did very well. Oh yeah, Nicole, definitely. I never would punish them for defending themselves, because I know the flip side of that. If they didn't, with certain kids, oh, that's all I did is socialize. I mean, I took school as a social event, and that's how Jeremy was a lot too. Oh, I'd love to have that young body. I don't know where it went. I wish I could find it again. Come home. Come home, young body, wherever you are. Yep, they did well. That's for sure. Thank God. Thank you, God. Very, very proud of them, and I'm thankful to God that they were like that. But like they always would talk, and they'd say, she always knows what's going on, meaning me. Well, I mean, hello, you can't kid a kidder, you know, and that was one good thing, about when I was a kid. Things I did, I mean, I would immediately know something was going on, and it used to drive them nuts. Oh, that used to drive them crazy. But yeah, I wish sometimes I could go back to where, they were little. It just seems like it went so fast. Really does go fast. And the older I get, the faster it goes. Does it go fast for you guys? Oh my gosh, Elman. Every week, boom, 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 boom. I mean, it's just gone. Gone. You lost weight when your husband died in 1997. I was scared because I was 102. Oh my gosh. I got down to that at one point too, Kathy. Yeah, mine have ended too. Dang it. You were bullied bad. Hi, Captain Lee Fent. You were bullied bad for being stupid. Well, first of all, I'm sure you weren't stupid. I Oh yeah, I mean in elementary school, oh my god, my life was a living hell. Living hell. And I don't say it lightly. Don't say it lightly at all. Well, either you're going to have an epiphany of thinking, okay, Something's got to change here. Or you're just going to lay down and let them kick you. And trust me, they will. And one day, boom, something hit me. I mean, not physically, but mentally in my mind, and that was it. And I never looked back after that. To this day, I don't put up with a lot. I mean, I'm nice. I'm a very nice person until I'm not. And I'm only not if you do something to my kids or you're an idiot. You know what I mean? But Captain Lee fan, I would never call yourself stupid. Oh, I know, every week. I mean, before I know it, I'm going to work again on Thursday. It's like, really? It's already here? Food is my coping mechanism. I needed to stop it before John got sick. I was on the right track. Oh, the bullies are stupid. Oh, yeah, for sure. I want my young body back too, Denise. As soon as you find yours, will you tell mine to come home? Stupid Captain Lee fan. She'd say that. I'd trip her. I'd put my foot out and she'd trip. Your sister got him, Element? You lost really bad after he died. You lost bad after he died because of nerves. Oh, Kathy, yeah, it's awful. What? A kid threw rocks at the back of your son's head? That would have been it. Oh, I would have too, Muppets. Good for your sister. I got told last day, me, another boy, we had to repeat fourth grade. I was actually glad. I was with better kids. My best friend was actually me. Oh, not cool. I mean, kids can be cruel. Kids can be cruel and they can really, I mean, look at me. I'm still telling you about it. And I'm close to 100 and I'm still remembering it. So they can, I mean, bullies can really affect a person, you know? Yeah, you don't, Muppets. You don't forget it. Oh, it sure can, Nicole. Oh, I'm getting there, Muppets. You know what I hate? You know how they. Just today this happened, actually. You know how you'll look at those quizzes and they'll categorize, they'll say, are you 18 to, what is it? Are you 18 to 30? And then 30 to 50, and then 50 to 60, and then 60 to 80. Hello. Hello, guess which one I am? I am not even now midlife. Can you believe it? Not even midlife. I'm going, okay, this is not funny. This is not funny. The joke's over. Come on, collagen, back into my face. Find the young body. Yes, Muppets. Oh, it's awful, Nicole. That's a good way to put it, Nicole. Odd. You're so nice. I know, Kathy. This was house. I was 20 by the time I graduated. I was told I could not go to college because they wouldn't take you. What? She cut them off through the woods and met them. Ooh, I love it. I love when they get it. I love that. Jeremy always stuck up for Josh, and Jason always stuck up for Jeremy. Tanya, she was older, so Daisha and her weren't in the same schools, you know what I mean? Well, I figured those people made their bed and they had to, sure, so now they have found God and have children. No, you don't. You never forget them. You never forget them. Well, Scooter and I are the same age. Well, Scooter, was her birthday? Yes, it was. It did. Yes. We're the same age. I'll be 67 in September. Actually, I forgot for a minute. I had to ask Daisha. I said, Daisha, how old am I? That's good that it only took your sister to do that. Yeah, life is weird. And then when you have the wisdom, nobody wants to listen. And the beat goes on because people have to find out their own, I'm talking about younger. A lot of times they know more, they know better. It's a different time now. And you're thinking, not really. I mean, times are different, people are people. And they don't want to listen, so you think, well, now I got this wisdom, you don't want to listen to me. Oh, thanks, Muppets. Your guidance counselor said would not pass entrance exam for college. Trust me, I wanted to drop out of school. My older brother pushed me. He was so proud of me. Good for you, Captain Lee fan. Oh, thanks, Nicole. Yeah, it is. It's a scary time now. It's getting weirder by the day. Weirder by the day. So is your weather and all that and the different states you live in, are you okay with like tornadoes and all that? I don't know that much about different things. All I know is earthquakes and fires. Nana Patty lives in a real tornado area, I believe, in Oklahoma, like Tornado Alley or something. Isn't that the truth, Nicole? Oh, are they saying the stuck up on the flour? Really? Okay, not as bad as the South. So you're in an area where there's tornadoes, huh, Muppets? What is the reason for that right now? The lack of supplies. Is it because we can't get them in? But flour and stuff isn't imported, right? That just comes from the farmers, right? Oh, okay. Muppets, I got it. Well, I'll tell you what. For months now, the pasta, I don't know. But those shelves have so little pasta. It's crazy. And I'm trying to think today, they had sugar, and I got my brown sugar for my coffee. Remember, I had my one glass of coffee because I make iced coffee every morning. But you guys, I'm telling you. And butter, oh my gosh, 1 pound of butter, $4. Can you believe that? $4. Yes, the potato chips are half of there's only maybe a half a bag in those big bags. Oh my gosh, the formula. What happened? They were saying that the FDA has to approve it. What made, okay, I don't understand because none of my kids have little ones anymore. I mean, babies, where they take formula. So what happened to the formula where they had to take it off the market because they said it was killing babies? Is that true? Oh my gosh, can you imagine being a mother of a newborn and they're not going to breastfeed and so they got to use formula? What the heck? So, okay, what I was thinking today, when I was a baby, I remember they would use evaporated milk and water and something else. I mean, if things got terrible, could they do that? I mean, what are you going to do if you can't get formula? The kids got to eat. Your biggest factory closed. Cause of, oh, is it bacteria that was in it? Yeah, $5 for a. Is it crazy for? Oh, it just drives me nuts. I know what you mean, Kathy. I got a few things planted. I better get more flour. Figures, Denise. Grain decrease because of the weather, you mean they're not able to grow it because of drought? $4.99 for a bag of pretzels. Good grief. Oh, is that right, Russia? It's no joke. I mean, what's going on out there? Wow, you guys. Well, we've got each other. I mean, that's not going to feed us, but it's scary. But at least I think housing's going to start correcting itself. It's not going to be where it was just ridiculous, ridiculous out here. Oh my gosh, you guys! I'm telling you, it's the stupidest thing. I mean, houses weren't worth it. We're going for 2 and 3 million. 2 and 3 million. Are you hearing me? And people were outbidding each other. I'm thinking, where the flip do you work that you can, you know what I mean? It wasn't just a few people. I mean, the housing market here is so expensive. So expensive. It's unbelievable. It really is unbelievable. It's to me, it's criminal. And apartments to rent, a 1 bedroom with a loft, okay? Not even 1,000 square feet. 3,200 a month. 3,200 a month for rent. That is ridiculous. And the stock market is going nuts too. Isn't that taking a dump? I don't think I'd be buying into any kind of stocks right now. If anything, I think I'd be selling short. I mean, going short on it, businesses and everything. Well, I guess I could call myself Plump Ellen then. Farmers around here pretty much stopped growing wheat because they lost money on it. Really, farm wife? Are they crazy in Massachusetts, Nicole? I want to get to Boston one day so bad. I want to see where my dad was born and raised. But do you think Massachusetts, do you think is as expensive as California? Yeah, gas is expensive here. Hi, Kim D. Idaho is one of the most unaffordable in the nation right now. You're gonna have to fart in the tank. Kathy, in places, ours is over $6 a gallon. Oh, a studio is 1,200. 1 bedroom, 13 to 1,400. Yeah, it's crazy. And here, I don't know about where you guys live, but here, there's no cap on it. They can keep raising your rent. Oh, they get you in different ways, Denise? That's why you wonder if you should stay where you are. House needs thousands of dollars worth of repairs. There's supposed to be a cap where they cannot raise it more than a certain percentage in a year, but I do not believe private landlords need to adhere to that. Here they don't need to adhere to it because they keep raising them. Yeah, I don't know, Muppets. I mean, because if you have thousands of dollars that have to be put into it, that's going to just be personal, what you want to do, because I get what you're saying. Did you find out if it was your foundation that has to be taken care of? You have a rental house, a nice 3-bedroom and 2-bath. We get $750 a month. That is common price out here in the country, in the Midwest. The rent out there is crazy. Oh, you're not a kidding, farm wife. It's criminal. To me, it's criminal to ask that much. Oh, it just drives me nuts. But your mortgage is paid. Okay. Yeah, you need to do what your gut tells you to do, Muppets, Your water sewer tripled. Oh, and property tax. Yeah, the inflation is going up. Housing's like I said, my oldest is in a mortgage broker, loan officer, and he's seeing where it's starting to correct itself and prices are starting to come down somewhat. But the interest rates are going up. You know? I mean, for people that are buying, it's like, oh, great. Your roof was 42,000. Oh, you did do the grant thing? Okay, cool. Did they pay for the whole thing, Nicole? Gosh, that's nuts. Jeremy and Wendy have been looking to buy or build one of those barn. Shoot, I can't remember the name of it. Well, anyway, it's like a barn, but I mean, it's a home, but you'd have to look it up. Barndominiums instead of condominiums. Barndominiums. Actually, a lot of them are really cool. Oh yeah, I bet, to buy farmland. They paid for the whole thing. That's great. But there was 3 layers of shingles. You had the original 1870. You have lots of slopes. Muppets why don't you look into that? What Nicole's talking about. What Lisa H was going to do. Or is doing. Where you apply for that help. Wow. Well, thank goodness you got it fixed. Have you talked to Muppets about that, Nicole? Maybe she could use that, especially if her foundation is, failing. Maybe they could help with that. Wow. Well, you guys, I guess I'll go to bed. Well, what I'll do is I'll turn on probably the rest of that interview with Gunnar, Ricky's son. No, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go and look and see about that shooting today. And then I'll probably listen to Gunnar. I like that name, Gunnar. I like different names. Oh, your dog has anxiety during the thunderstorms. Well, yeah, Muppets, find out, but if you can get help from your state, I would definitely look into that because that could really help you out. It has been a fun evening. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming on. And everyone that didn't come on, I can see there's people up there. Thank you. And anyone that's listening after, love you all. Have a great Sunday. And remember, the world's a better place because you're in it. Don't ever, ever forget that. There's only one you. And each of you brings something to this world nobody else can. I'll talk to you soon, guys. Love you.